Football is back, baby, and this weekend the Vikings take on the Green Bay Packers. What's up, Vikings Nation, and welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. I'm your host, Trey Wicks. Now, before we get to the game preview, it would be much appreciated if new viewers who want endless amounts of content around the Minnesota Vikings hit that subscribe right now, as well as returning viewers that haven't hit that subscribe yet. It would be much appreciated as my new goal, in which we already hit the 300. We're going to hit 350 by October 1st. That is the goal, so help me out and hit that subscribe. So let's get right into it. This weekend, we actually just had football last night, the Bills versus the Rams. However, now we're getting into the thick of things. Our Minnesota Vikings take on division rival, the Green Bay Packers. I'm so pumped for this game. I am absolutely stoked out of my mind. Football is officially back. We've waited 200 plus days for this moment right here. This Sunday, this game is going to be electrifying. It is America's game of the week, as it should be. This is one of the greatest rivalries in the National Football League. Packers coming to US Bank Stadium are in for a rude awakening. Okay, we've talked about this Zadarius Smith and how he basically wants revenge, wants to play Green Bay twice a year because of how dirty they actually did him during his rehab process last season. This game is going to be absolutely electrifying. US Bank Stadium, folks, is going to be loud. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere. I will not be there. My atmosphere will be at my house, chilling, watching the game, having a grand old time, screaming at the television, and hopefully we come away with a dub. So let's dive into this preview, shall we? In the preseason, we just talked about the odds and stuff like that. However, now that it means something. This is the regular season. Every game counts. We're trying to get to that mountaintop, and the mountaintop being the Lombardi Trophy in our hands. So we're going to dive into this a little bit different. Every game day or every game preview, we're going to have 3 things to watch for this game. So let's get right into it, shall we? Things to watch for this game. Obviously, we're going to start right off the bat with the offensive play calling. Okay, we want to watch and we want to see how well Kevin O'Connell's offensive scheme really fits with our Minnesota Vikings. What does it look like? What things are different from the Mike Zimmer era? Is this actually going to work going forward? How often do we pass compared to run? I'm expecting 60% pass, 40% run. I think you have to put Dalvin Cook in the mix as much as possible. He is a superstar in the NFL. Top 5, if not top 3 running back, 100%. You have to give him the rock and see what he can do, because when he gets in open field, see you later, right? And then we got to see how Justin Jefferson is doing this season. Is he going to start off right where he left off last season and his past 2 years, actually, where he has the most receiving yards in a player's first 2 years in NFL history? How well does he acclimate to this new offense? Adam Thielen, how well does he bounce back from his injury that he had last season? He says, hey, I'm feeling better than ever. Let's see it on Sunday. I'm excited to see what he has. How do we use KJ Osborne? How do we use Jalen Reagor? Those are kind of the things I'm looking for when I say offensive play calling. How do we use our players? How often do we pass and run? And what else do we have to look forward to? But another thing to watch, that second one right there, offensive line. That is one thing we have to watch, right? Because that has been a problem for quite some time for the Minnesota Vikings. I want to see how well our offensive line works as a unit, okay? Not individually. I don't want to see how well does Ed Ingram play. Okay, he's a rookie. All right, he had an okay game. How well does Garrett Bradbury play? No, I want to see how well does this offensive line work together as a unit, because I think we all know if your offensive line is on the same page at the same time and they're all working together, it makes it that much easier to come away with a win. So I want to see this offensive line really play consistently and have a great outing, or at least a good outing. Create those holes. Let Dalvin Cook run up the middle. Get or protect Kirk Cousins for as long as humanly possible so that he can get the ball to Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, yada, yada, yada. So that's what I want to see with the offensive line, playing together as a unit. And last but not least, I want to see our defensive secondary. Our secondary for the past 2 seasons, garbage. Okay, we already know that. I want to see how well they perform. Are they going to have a lot of takeaways? Are they going to make it tough on opposing receivers? Does that veteran leadership of Patrick Peterson and Shannon Sullivan kind of resonate with the rookie Andrew Booth Jr. and Lewis Cine? Like Harrison Smith can help out Cine with getting his different placements. I'm not 100% sure if Lewis Cine is going to be the starter over Cam Bynum. I think they're going to kind of flip-flop and see who takes over the role. But I really want to see our secondary thrive. I really do. We can't get burned too many times this game. We have to play lockdown defense, and I think it starts with our secondary, our linebacker crew, our defensive line. They're going to be just fine, especially with Zadarius Smith wanting that revenge. He's going to go out there literally with the full tank of gas and run right over Aaron Rodgers, hopefully 3 or 4 times. So those are the 3 things I want to see happen this game. We want to watch the offensive play calling. How does it look? We want to see how well our offensive line plays together as a unit, not individually. And last but not least, we want to see how well our defense has, or our secondary, how the growth of our secondary. That's what we need to watch for. And I think if we do those 3 things and we see that it's decent, we can go into week 2 with higher expectations and hopefully walk away from this one with a dub. I got the Vikings winning, ladies and gentlemen. Plain and simple. We are going to come away 1-0 after Sunday. So have a great rest of your day. Make sure to hit that subscribe, as our new goal is 350 subs by October 1st. Very, very doable, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure to hit that subscribe for endless amounts of Vikings content. Have a great one. We're going to get a dub this weekend. Skol Vikes.